I knew him, we worked together, and that's when I first met him, and then I knew him over the years until he passed away, and he never changed. He was just he's a joker, and he made you laugh all the time, and he was just a kind, gentle guy. As an actor, Jimmy Stewart he said so much with so little, which is really, really, to me, what a fine actor is about.
Well, he was grizzled in that. You went from Shenandoah, a very serious movie, into a very funny Western with Dean Martin,
Yes.
Alain Delon, Joey Bishop as an Indian.
As an Indian, yeah.
Texas across the river.
That's right.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
That must have been a fun shoot. Dean was really laid back.
He was very laid back, yeah. We had a lot of fun shooting that film. We just had so much fun. Going to work was a pleasure. Go and just laugh all day and work, of course, but have a good time.
And Dean was a quick study, too. Didn't he know not just his lines, but other lines?
I don't know about that. I know he knew his, and I think he was the kind of person who could just take a look at a page and then have it. It was. I wish I've never been that way. I wish I could have been.
Well, how do you memorize?
I labor over it. Just to be sure that I absolutely know everything and go over it and over it and over it. And usually have somebody help me with lines and give something back to me. I don't like to just study and have just me and me. It's kind of boring. So it's nice to have somebody to react with.
Well, in that film, Texas Across the River, there must have been some downtime between setups and everything. What was the atmosphere like on set?
It was up. It was up and happy. We had I don't know if I have time to tell you this story.
Sure you do.
I'll try to make it as short as I can, but we were shooting in Northern California, and there was a huge storm, and we were down in a huge, big gully, and they had taken down all the trucks and all the stuff, and Dean's trailer and my trailer and so on and so forth, and we had to stop shooting. So we all went into Dean's trailer, Joey and Dean and Alan, and we had a little whiskey. And so we were sitting...
Firewater for Joey.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, I wish I'd thought of that. And we were just sitting, having a nice time, and it was pouring outside. And after about maybe 2 hours, somebody said, hey, let's go check outside, see what they're doing. And we opened the door, and everybody had gone. And the only trailer left was Dean's trailer. Nobody checked to see if that we were in it. And so we were in this huge Grand Canyon gully, and we finally, I don't know how, somebody said, "Oh, I think we're missing the main people in this film," and they sent a truck down to get us. And the truck driver, even if I remembered his name, I wouldn't tell you, but he was so loaded. I guess everybody was, just having a good time.
Maybe he'd been hiding under the trailer the whole time.
That's very possible, very possible. Anyway, they finally got us out, and we went up this road that was, I still remember this road, and that was a long time ago, with this loaded driver. It was really funny. It was funny to open the door and see everything gone, the camera crew, the camera equipment, everything. So we had a good time.
Well, I was thinking maybe you would just go back into the trailer and keep drinking.
I think we did until the other one came by again.
There was nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do.
Shoni kamananai kamanakatu. Como haini nono kamanai sine kono. You can say that again.
Now, when you first saw Joey Bishop dressed as an Indian, what was your reaction?
Oh, what do you think was my reaction?
How? How the heck did you do this?
How the heck? Joey, you look funny, but I bet you're going to be a good Indian. And he was funny Indian.
Well, the movie was very funny, too. And Alain Delon, who had been a contemporary, a big star in France, this was quite a change for him, I would think.
Yes, I think so. I think it was one of the few American films that he made. He's a big star still in France. Big star. Nice man.
Did he learn his lines phonetically, or did he speak English too?
No, he spoke English. He wasn't. It wasn't extremely fluent, but he spoke English. So no, he didn't have to do that.
Another Western that you did, a modern-day Western called CADE'S County, was a really wonderful modern show with Glenn Ford.
Yes.
It only lasted one season, but boy, Edgar Buchanan, who had done a lot of features with Glenn, was in that too. And it was an episode where you had O.J. Simpson with you.
I did, huh? Isn't that terrible? I don't remember that.
Oh, the white Jeep, you don't remember the white Jeep?
No?
No, okay, well, maybe he wasn't driving that then.
I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just went right past me.
No, that's all right.
So embarrassed not to remember working with O.J. Simpson.
Maybe that's a good thing, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
So let's then talk about Glenn Ford.
Subject. It wasn't a Western. I did a movie of the week with Glenn Ford called The Brotherhood of the Bell.
That was a big hit.
That was a very big hit. That was a very big hit and very, very well done film. That was really interesting to do.
What was Glenn like?
Oh, he was terrific. He was terrific. I've been so lucky in my career. I've done a lot of work with a lot of different people, and I've been so lucky not to work with anybody who was terrible or nasty or
Well, that's why you forget about O.J., right?
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Oh, all right. Well, you worked with William Shatner a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me because the first time you worked with him was in Kung Fu.
Indeed.
And in the Kung Fu episode, he played a sea captain. That then they said, well, boy, he's got this accent down, he's right. And it was after Star Trek had been canceled, and he hadn't quite found the right project yet. And at Universal, with Doug McClure, they did a series was called Barbary Coast.
Oh, of course.
And Barbary Coast, you were in a Barbary Coast with Bill and Doug.
Yes.
In that too.
Yes, absolutely. And it was directed by...
Bill Bixby, he ended up directing quite a lot of films.
A lot, yeah.
And he was a nice man.
Yeah, he was a lovely man. I wanted to say that, but I keep calling people nice men, and people are going to think, oh, come on, she's not telling the truth. But I am.
And niceness, I think, is something shared, so that's why. So tell us about Shat.
Tell him. I never heard him called that.
That's what he's called. They call him the Shat.
The Shat.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Captain Shat.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't call him Captain Shat, just Shat.
Just Shat.
It's like Duke. It's a nice nickname.
I don't think it is. I think it's dreadful.
Well, that's what they call him.
Okay. Very nice man. Very nice man.
Well, he rides horses a lot, and maybe that's how he got his nickname.
Ah, this is possible.
Could be.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, boy. All right.
But tell us about Doug McClure, because everybody has nice things to say about him, and you're talking about how you say everybody's nice. Well, he really, really was.
Yeah, Doug was really I knew him. We worked together, and that's when I first met him, and then I knew him over the years until he passed away, and he never changed. He was just he's a joker, and he made you laugh all the time, and he was just a kind, gentle guy.
Had those great pearly whites, just like Burt Lancaster.
Yeah, right.
You also did another modern Western that was the soap opera, the hit soap opera Dallas. You did several of those.
Yes, I did.
In that, because there were so many regular characters in that, how did you fit in? How did they make you feel when you showed up?
You know, they were they were really nice. They were, because I was a little nervous about doing that just because of what you said. But everybody was very welcoming and terrific, and it was really fun to work on. It was a real fun show to work. So I had no problem with that at all.
Well, Larry Hagman was the life of the party, I think, on that show.
Yeah, he certainly was. He certainly was. But everybody was so, so welcoming. I also did a pilot with Larry called Nashville Beat. It was never picked up, but that was fun too. So I got
And that's
to work
after
with him
Dallas?
again. Yeah, after Dallas was over.
Well, you did something that is really unusual. One of the world's greatest directors, Steven Spielberg, you were in a Columbo episode that he directed.
That's
before
right.
Jaws. So
With O.J. Simpson. Wasn't O.J. Simpson? No,
O.J. wasn't in that. Jack Cassidy was in that episode
Yes.
with you. And Steven Spielberg, he must have looked like a teenager at that time.
He did.
So what was your thought?
Oh, you really want to know? I'm so embarrassed to tell you the truth.
He's nice?
Oh, he's
No,
very... No,
No, I want to know more.
He was wonderful to work with, and he was a wonderful director even at that age. But I remember, I was only maybe about a year or 2 years older than him, something like that. We were very close in age. And I remember having this, and it's so haughty to even share this with you. But I really thought, oh, this young kid is directing me, in a movie. And I thought that, and when you think back on something like that and see where he has come with his career, which is so, I so respect him as a director. And did at the time as well, too, and certainly didn't act like I thought that. But I remember going on in my head about, this is a child, and I'm a grown-up. You know how young people are. You kind of get little...
Well, even when he was young, what made Spielberg such a great director?
He quietly respected actors. If they were hired to do the part, then they knew what they were doing. I remember his helping but not telling, which is very nice for me as an actor.
And did he take you aside and whisper things, or how did he give his directions?
Rob, that was 45 years ago.
Okay.
Let's say
he was very nice.
Let's say he was very nice, and let's say he took me aside and whispered, because I think that, as I remember, that was his personality. He would not do something in front of a whole group of people that would embarrass anybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, his films certainly are terrific, and even his television work, Marcus Welby, A Night Gallery, the Columbo that you did, and then, of course, Duel. That set him on fire, and they said, well, maybe he can do theatrical features.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a tremendous talent.
Oh, yes. And from a very young age, everything I've ever read about him, I mean, he was 2 years old and he was playing with cameras.
Well, he can release his 8mm movies, and they're probably better than half the theatricals that are out there now. Well, Rosemary, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Oh, thank you. It's been lovely being here and lovely seeing all of you. And
Thank you.
it's nice.